Hello, this is going to be a short video on the nursery functionality on the NRDS .io web application. So this is about using the nursery application on the web. There will be a separate video about using the mobile app. So the different parts of the nursery application on the web, there's a few different places you need to go. One is this accessions, and this will give you a list of all the accessions that you have in the nursery. And you can click here to add accession. We'll go over that in a few minutes. The other section is nurseries right here, and this is where you can, add an accession to a nursery, do an inventory, send plants out, or just do straight up nursery work. The other important place is taxa. Taxa lists, where you can add plants to your list of plants that are in the nursery. You also may use some pesticides, as well as the regular lists that populate the drop-down list. So for example, if you need to add a condition value or a phenology value, you can do that here. Or a propagule type, or a plant pot size, or a nursery treatment, or send-out purpose, or a nursery action, or nursery. All the relevant drop-down lists get populated from this list section. So let's jump into adding a new accession. So let's say I get a bag of seeds from somebody, and I'm going to do some nursery work. So there's a couple different ways to enter the initial accession. You can go through this accessions menu by just clicking add accession, and I can click the date. If this accession was added through the system, so that the seeds were collected within our app for a specific plant, and there's a harvest collection ID, you can actually pick that ID from this table. So for example, I can look up, here's all the koa trees that I've taken collections from. I can select one of them, and now that koa tree is linked to my accession. So it's essentially seed to source. So now I give it my unique ID. Every plant in the nursery, or every group of plants, needs to have a unique identifier. So nursery 557. I can put a collector number. I can say, who the origin was from, and I can even map out where it was collected from. And then I can hit save. But one thing is, if you have this harvest link, the collection information is, location information is automatically there, because this is a link to where the person actually collected it from. So I can now save that accession, and it reminds me that something's missing. I need to put my purpose. So I'm going to say it's for the nursery, and I'm going to save. So you can see this is 557. Now when I want to do any work in the nursery, I come here to nurseries, and let's say that I'm going to treat this specific plant. So I can click today, I can pick which nursery it's in, I can look it up on the list, and I can say we did a treatment, and what did we treat with? We treated with our root hormone. If I need to add to this treatment list, I can come down here to lists, and over here I have nursery treatments. So the other thing I can do from this form is I can treat all the plants in my nursery. So I can say today, within this nursery, we treated all the plants by doing some weed control. So we sprayed this new cocktail, and we sprayed 6 liters of it. Another thing you can do from here, I'm going to click add another nursery work, is I can actually add a new accession. So let's say within your workflow, you're just working in here. You can click, select nursery feature. Next to this accessions, I can click this plus, and it'll pop up my form. And again, I can either click an existing collection, or I can enter a new one. And I'm going to say my taxon is, let's say it's this Brighamia, and I've got 5 for seed storage each of seeds, and it came from community volunteer. So now I can save that. Once that's filled in, I can close this form, and now here's my Brighamia. I can actually click over here and I can edit this accession as well, which is kind of cool. So now I can say we got the seeds. Now we're going to up pot them. So we're going to say, we did an accurate count. There's 5 seeds. And we're going to put them in sunshine number 4. They're in good condition. And I'm going to say they're from unknown, and we put them into a flat. And this one's a real number. So that's basically how you enter your nursery work. Now, if you want to do other things in the nursery, like say do just a straight up inventory, you can come over here and I can say I'm just doing an inventory. I can click add inventory. Today I can pick my accession. You can look. Here's our 558, and pick that up, and I can say it's current, and there are now 3 plants in dibbles that are in good condition, and they're flowering and fruiting. So that's how I can do my inventory. And if I'm going to send plants out, I can do it in a similar way. I click send out here, add send out, and I can say I completed it today from 558, and we sent out 5 plants. Or let's say we sent out 2 plants in half-gallon pots to the county of Maui, and it's going to Jill, and she's going to outplant them in this area. And that is a quick summary of using the nursery accession workflow on the NRDS website. So there's another video that'll show you how to do this on the mobile app, which is nice because it works offline and you can use it within the nursery on your phone or your tablet or your iPad. Thanks for watching. Please let us know if you have any questions.